Hello there, and welcome back to my channel. My name is zzionaesthetic, and today I wanted to do a really exciting video for me. This is a video I've wanted to do for a hot minute now, but I just wanted to make sure that I had collected enough products to really have a good video to show you guys, because I figure if you're gonna click on a video that's like the most expensive products, then you're gonna want to see some really nice high-end products. And so I just kind of was waiting, biding my time until I had picked up enough products that I felt like I could do a video. I have about 7 or 8 products here. One of them is kind of a trick. It's kind of like multiple products in one product, but we'll get to that. So all of the products that I have here with me today are all of the products that I own that are the most expensive, incredibly high-priced products that I have in my collection. These are products that most of the time I have saved up for or used an entire paycheck on or forfeited a lot of other smaller products in order to get this one thing that I really wanted. These are basically the products that I, have sort of pride for. These are the ones that I like tentatively reach for and feel very luxe and powerful when I use them. And so today I wanted to show you guys what those products are in my collection. In this video, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about each of the products, tell you guys why I like them, what they do for me. Then I'm also going to tell you guys how much they cost, and at the end, whether I think they're worth the price or not, because with luxury items, it's definitely very hit or miss when you think about it in comparison to the price. Like, if you're spending $60, $70, $80 on something, you want it to be worth that price. You want it to really be a miracle product. And so I'm going to show you guys today which ones of these are miracle products and which ones I don't think you really need to spend such a huge chunk of money on. So let's just jump right into it. So the first thing that I wanted to show you guys is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder Foundation Compact, I think is what it's called. Some of you guys may have heard of the original Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. It is one of the best-selling foundations in the world. It's fantastic. I've heard great things about it, and I've had it on my list for forever. I've really wanted to pick it up, but I ended up picking up this one instead, just because I didn't have any powder foundations at all, zero, and I had like 5 or 6 liquid foundations already opened, and so I was like, okay, if I'm gonna have $62, by the way, that's how much this cost, if I'm gonna have $62 to throw around, do I really want another foundation that's just gonna kind of sit there, or do I want something that I'm gonna maybe get use out of every day? And so I ended up purchasing this, and I still haven't tried the original, so I don't know how good the original is or how it compares to this one, but this is the most beautiful powder ever. It's just so smooth and skin-like. It's got enough thickness to it that it really can create that buffed layer to make your skin look really smooth and nice, but it's not too thick. It's very comfortable, very skin-like, very beautiful. This is definitely one that I would recommend for the $62 if you have $62. Plus, the packaging of this is just so luxe. The next product I want to talk to you guys about is a product that I actually did a review on quite a while ago. This was before I had the How Low Can You Glow series, so it's still part of my palette pageant review series because it could kind of fit into both. At this point, I think I would have put it in the How Low Can You Glow because it's a highlighter, but anyway, this is the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick Palette. I'm not sure if this is still available or not. I know that it was sort of like a Christmas thing, but I'm not sure if it stuck around. So this palette has 3 shimmer brick highlighters in it in gold, bronze, and wild rose, and like just perfect, right? So I wanted a shimmer brick for a very long time because I've heard great things about them. I've heard great things about the formula, and the 2 that I wanted really bad were wild rose and bronze. These 2 right here, because this one I wanted to try as a blush topper, and this one I just wanted to try as a highlight. I knew from watching YouTube videos and stuff that the top 2 lines on the shimmer brick palette are really good for highlighting. And so I ended up picking up this so that I didn't have to spend money on each of them individually. This total was about the same price as one of these full size normally, so it was definitely a steal. I really, really like this. How much did I spend on this? This was $69, so another $70, just about. This one, I would say, wasn't worth it. Kind of. It, like, kind of was, kind of wasn't. Like, if you're thinking about just price for product, it was worth it, because you definitely got a lot more product, a lot more of a selection for a more affordable price. But with the pigment of these, I still have so much trouble getting these to really, really, really pigment on my cheeks. I have to literally dip in about 20 times to get something that I feel is reasonable, and then usually within 20 minutes I top it with something else anyway that's a little more bright. So I definitely have trouble with this one. I do like to use Wild Rose as a blush topper. It just takes quite a bit of effort, which is what I talked about a little bit when I did my review of this. I will link my review of this down in the description bar if you want to see like a more full-fledged review about each of the shades, see the swatches, all that fun stuff. But I would say for $69, I'd save your money. I'd buy something else. Alright, this is another palette, but instead of being a face palette, this is an eyeshadow palette. This is the Viseart Neutral Mattes eyeshadow palette, and I've had this for a hot minute now. I got it probably five and a half months ago, and I absolutely love it. These shades down here, the formula of them is literally the most like smooth formula I've ever seen. And so specifically for crease work, like up here where you just need that gradient, these are so beautiful. I actually used this shade and this shade today along with Charm from the Jeffree Star palette to achieve that orange. But I absolutely love this. So this is a very, very expensive palette. This palette right here retails for $80. Every single one of the Viseart palettes retails for $80. They do have smaller ones now. I think they have like six panel ones that are a little bit cheaper, like $50, $30, $40. I don't know exactly, but these are their like full size normal palettes, and these retail for $80. I 100% recommend this. I'm actually saving up to buy another one. I want to buy the dark matte. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous color, and I think it would be perfect for outer V work. I really just cannot stress enough how good the formula of these shadows is. Next, real quick, I want to talk about some skincare products that I absolutely love. These are the two most luxe products in my collection for skincare, and I try to utilize them into my skincare routine as much as possible so as to really get that pop in skin, because I mean obviously if you're spending a lot of money on a product, it's gonna do better, right? I mean, I hope. I've spent a lot of money on these products. Anyway, this first one is by Sunday Riley, which some of you guys may have heard. They're one of the top skincare brands ever in Sephora and like just in general. But this is the Luna Sleeping Night Oil. So this is not a full-size container. The full-size containers retail for, let me check, $105, and this was only $55. So this one was a little bit more affordable. This one runs at, what is it, half an ounce? Yes, 0.5 fluid ounces. So you can get the whole one, which is 1 fluid ounce, for $105. Which is very, 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 very expensive. Even this at $55 for half of a fluid ounce is very expensive. I don't know if you guys can see, but it doesn't even go all the way up to the top. It's about there. You get about a nail polish bottle's worth of fluid. But I've been using this every day for a couple weeks now, and it's still very, 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 very high. So it's not one of those products that goes super quick. You also don't need to use a ton of it. What I do is I lift it up and see it's this beautiful blue liquid, but I honestly just wipe the actual applicator on my face before squeezing it out, and that seems to be almost enough. You really don't need much. It's a very thin layer, but it's this beautiful, beautiful retinoid cream, and it just has done wonders for my skin, more so than any other product I've ever used. 100% this has saved my skin. The next product that I want to talk to you guys about is by far the most shocking product in this video. Like, how much it costs for what it is, this is just like, I shouldn't have bought it. I almost didn't buy it. I literally had looked for this sort of product for a really long time, and the lady at Sephora did it to me. She sold it to me, and now I'm very happy that I have it, but I just can't believe that I bought it. This is the Dermadoctor Kakadu C Eye Souffle. So this is an eye cream, basically, that you can just put on in the morning, put on at night. It helps reduce the appearance of bags, helps reduce wrinkles, fine lines, makes your eyes look brighter, all of those fun stuff, all of that fun stuff, those fun things, take your pick. Anyway, it does a bunch of good stuff for you, and this actually has a ton of really good products in it. The reason that I wanted this mostly was because the ingredients that they have in here are really good for actually seeing it work, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many eye creams where you put it on, you're like, I don't notice any effect. Maybe after like a month of using this straight, then I'll get some effect, and like my eyes will be a little less puffy, blah blah blah. This, like, you literally put it on, and within 10 minutes your bags have gone down, your eyes look brighter. It's just like perfect. And it's also an amazing base for like before concealer and stuff under your eyes. So I love this. I 100% recommend this, but it is $68. So this is a $70 eye cream. You can see how small it is. Most of this is just lid, and let's see how much product is actually in here. It says 0.5 ounces of product. So I guess that's not like the worst ever, but really it kind of is. I mean, this has always been like one of the most expensive skincare products ever, at $105 for 1 fluid ounce, and this is like $70 for a half an ounce. That's more than that half an ounce at $55. So very expensive. I don't know if I'd buy it again. I mean, like, yes, I would 100%. I love it. I stan it. I live for it. But it would just have to be one of those things where, like, if I have $70 to throw around, then yeah, I guess so. But like, am I ever gonna have that again? I don't know. And I have other eye creams at this point, so like, it's just going to be really hard for me to justify spending $70 again, but for actual performance, I have never, ever used an eye cream that works so instantaneously and just makes your eyes look so flawless so quickly. The last product that I wanted to show you guys today is the one that's kind of a trick. It's actually got multiple products in one product. This I just picked up just the other day when I went down to Boston for a huge trip. I did a bunch of shopping, went down with my best friend. I actually just did a whole vlog of the entire experience, which is on my vlog channel, linked down in the description bar if you're interested. But I picked this up when I was there because I've wanted a couple of the products that they included in here for a very fucking long time, especially the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist and the Classic Rice Enzyme Powder. Those two products I have wanted for so long, and so I saw that they had this Bestsellers set, and I picked it up, and I'm so glad I did. So the set as a whole retails for $59, which doesn't seem like that much. It's definitely pretty affordable for the products that are in here. For getting 4 products, it's definitely a pretty decent price. When you first open it up, it has this Geisha card in it saying the art of the Geisha pure skin, which is what this whole favorites box is called, and then it has the 4 products that you get in the box in here. So first in here we have the One Step Camilla Cleansing Oil, which is a makeup melter. So you put it on your face at the end of the day and it totally takes all your makeup off. Well, it like melts it, and then you can take a wipe or a washcloth or whatever and wipe it off because it's all broken down and melted. And so a full size of this retails for $48, which is definitely very expensive for a makeup melter. Like I said, this is the only product I haven't used yet, but it's very luxe. I definitely really like it. The next product in here is the Polished Classic Rice Enzyme Powder, and this is actually the product that I was most excited to get this box for because I had a sample. It was literally a one-time sample of this a long time ago, and it was when I had a ton of skin texture, and I used this like as it had told me to. It says pour half a teaspoon into wet hands, add water to create foam, and then you massage it in. And literally my nose was covered with texture. I did this, I scrubbed it into my nose, and my nose was so smooth. And the best part was it stayed smooth for like 4 whole days before it started to get that texture again. And ever since then I've always been like, okay, I need this. Like, I definitely need this. because it just like totally strips all that texture off your skin, totally cleans you out. It's just amazing. But it's always been very, very expensive, so I haven't been able to like just throw the money down on it until it was in a little pack with a bunch of other products. But as a full size, this one retails for $65, so pretty expensive, especially when you think it's just like rice enzyme powder. But it just works so good, I can't help it. And then this is the other thing that I was really excited to get this box for, the Art of the Geisha box for. This I've wanted forever, it's been on my list forever. This is the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist by Tatcha. I'm sure some of you guys have heard about this. It's raved about. Oh, and it smells so good and it feels so good. It's definitely the most luxurious feeling setting spray slash misting spray, whatever you want to call it, that I own. Like, just in comparison to like the Urban Decay All Nighter, that one feels so industrial, and it's like your makeup is not going to go anywhere. And I definitely don't get that feeling quite so much with this, but just, oh, it's so like the smell, it just feels so like expensive and nice, and it makes your skin feel so much better than any other spray I've ever sprayed on my face. I can like literally feel it almost like not tingling, but just like feeling so good. So I love this. I'm definitely going to get a full size of this once this runs out, because I've only used it like twice and it's already down quite a bit. So the full size of this one is also pretty expensive comparatively, especially when you're thinking about like setting sprays. Setting sprays usually aren't that much, but the full size of this retails for $48. And then the last thing in here is the thing that is definitely the kicker out of this box. This is the Moisture Rich Silk Cream. Some of you guys may have heard about this. This is a moisturizer slash makeup primer that is raved about. A bunch of people really love it. I've only used a very, very tiny amount. Actually, I used it out of the cap, so you can't even see the dip in there. But I used this before my makeup yesterday, and it worked really well. It created that perfect, like, tacky base to really buff makeup onto. But I would never, ever buy the full size of this because it retails for $120 for a moisturizer. Like, I'm sorry, I know it can moisturize and prime, but like, I am not spending $120 on a moisturizer, Tatcha. You are an amazing brand. You make a lot of really great stuff. I will gladly buy all of this for $50, $60, $40, whatever dollars, but I'm not going to spend $120 on a moisturizer. So that's all that is included in this little Tatcha box. I was super psyched that I got it. Like I said, it retailed for like $59. Is that what it was? Yeah. And it's still available right now because I just got it like a couple days ago. So I highly recommend going to pick that up and getting to try some nice luxe products without, you know, totally breaking the bank and only having one thing to show for it. That is all the products that I brought to show you guys today. Those are definitely my most expensive, most luxe, most high-end products. Those are the products that I feel bitchin' when I put them on, and I just feel, you know, you get that extra little sass. That's why I like sort of using them. And also, I just have always been a sucker for like things that are quality. I was just talking to my best friend about this when we went down on our trip. When I go shopping, if I have $500, I buy one thing that costs $500. If I have $80, I buy one thing that costs $80. And I know it's kind of weird, but that's just like how I am. I'd rather buy a $900 bag than like 60 pairs of pants and shirts and ties and whatever, because then I'll just pride that bag forever and I'll have it and I'll know that it's just like a really nice bag. So I would rather save up and buy one thing than buy a lot of little things, and that happens with me in makeup as well. I would rather save up and buy a $100 thing of skincare if it's really gonna work than 16 eye creams that don't really work all that well and they don't really do much. They're just like moisturizers, you know? And so if I can find things that are cheaper that do these things as well, which there definitely are, not saying that price has to do with quality always, it just, I mean, obviously it tends to be the higher price, the higher quality, the more time, the more effort, the more care they've put into these products, but it's not always the case. You can definitely find very affordable dupes for, I'm sure, most, if not all, of the products that I have showed you guys today. But if you're interested in picking up any of these products that I specifically talked about, I will link all of them down in the description bar, or at least you can go check them out, be surprised at the price, and try to justify it to yourself, as I've justified it to myself, all 7 or 8 or whatever amount of times I have. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It lets me know that you guys enjoyed it and helps me feel good about myself. And also, if you're interested in seeing any more videos from me, please don't forget to subscribe. I do make new content every single week, so you will never be bored. I will always be posting new things every single week. Also, I post a lot more frequently than that on all my other social media accounts, which I will link down below. They're all the same as I am right here on YouTube, though. zzionaesthetic with 2 Z's. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and I hope to catch you in the next video. Bye!